Yo.
But you know what? This
Rich
time it
coming
kinda
in
worked.
Hey, there we go.
Way
What's
better
up,
than last
peoples? Hello,
Way better than
everybody.
last time.
We've got a amazing.
I don't know why. There it is.
There you are, Richard.
I
It's
promise.
like,
I
Hey,
didn't have him
Richard.
down.
What's up?
I didn't have you down.
no,
We can't
it-
see him.
we can't silence
I
Richard.
don't
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Houseology Live.
I'm here. Just
We
so
are.
You can
at,
see me.
Yes. No, you're just the voice. Nobody can see
We
you
can see
yet.
the important people. That's all. That
You're just
I
a
see.
voice, Richard.
It's me.
The voice from above.
From above.
He's like he's like the Wizard of Oz. Like he's behind the curtain, nobody can see him, but he's here, and he's the most important one.
He
was great.
is.
That was
What's up,
great.
guys?
Besides,
We are at
of course.
before and after SoundLab live with I am Ketone. We got DJ Embrace.
What up? What up?
What's up, brother?
Good man. How you doing?
Good.
Good, yo.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
We got D Money in the building. What's up, Danielle?
D Money.
Hi.
Roof.
We
Thank
got
you for
Rib
all
Daddy
coming.
Robbie over there,
Robbie.
Hello. Once again.
and we got the illustrious voice of
Don't
There he
DJ
is.
DJ
There we
Rich.
go.
I
We
got
got
it.
footage of
Okay.
him right there.
Hey, there
I'm
you go,
also
DJ
here.
Rich.
Give us a little whoop whoop.
I'm
Come
also
on.
here, guys.
And we got
Where-
DJ
oh,
Volume
wait,
back
you
there.
gotta scoot over this way
You're
so we can see
behind
your
the
beautiful face.
void
Yep,
system.
yep.
There.
There you are.
It's that time again.
Hello.
There you are. All right, guys.
We got all the angles.
Yeah, we do. Look at this.
Right,
We
right.
got a fantastic show for you guys today. We are at before and after SoundLab. It is an amazing venue. This is just mind blowing. DJ Volume is obsessed with the bathroom, but we'll,
Is it because of the bidet?
She
It is
ordered like
because
four.
She already
she
ordered it.
four
Listen,
bidets.
After using that
listen,
bidet,
if
she
you know,
already
you
ordered it.
know.
She even got the portable bidet.
yes, she is obsessed with the bidet, and it is a thing for her.
Yeah, if you haven't used a bidet, it is a game changer. Like,
I've used
think-
it for other
I usually don't like
things.
butt stuff. You know, I'm good on that
Did you
shit.
say you
but
don't like
like,
butt
Wait, what?
nah, I don't like butt stuff.
That's not what I heard.
but I like a clean butt for myself.
I like. Let me stop lying.
So
We're
you
not
know,
gonna go there.
No.
I've never used a bidet, so maybe
Don't knock it.
Today
yo.
is the day. The
But
day
the
for
bidet- the bidet was a
Today's the day for the
life-changing-
bidet.
Try to say that 10
This
times
is
fast.
the bidet day. That's
Mike,
The bidet
are you going
day.
to use it, Mike?
It's
Say
a
what again?
bidet
Are you going to
day.
use it? You got to try it one
I
time.
already used it. I already
You
used
use
one
it?
before. Not the one here. I used
yeah.
one at a friend's house.
That's
It's
awesome.
crazy how our EDM show turned into a bidet show. We
So
are
today
selling
we're talking about
bidets.
I mean, if we
bidets.
can go
Do
into
the weird
furniture
thing.
or a house remodeling, well, we
Yeah.
have Aaron here, so we can talk about.
Yeah,
flipping.
and he installs bidets, and there's several models to choose from. So go to the phone right now, and if you order
Yes.
one bidet, we'll give you our Humble House mixtape free.
There you-
But wait, there's more.
You got a
Tell
free
her what it is,
flashlight.
Ketone.
Free
Tell her.
flashlight.
we need an Amazon
Wait, who
affiliate
said? Wait,
code.
did somebody?
Flashlight, not
Okay,
flashlight.
all right. All right, never mind. We're
Hey,
getting now. We're
hey,
just
hey,
getting at it.
hey.
All right, let's bring
That's
it
where
back
I'm
in.
supposed to bring things up. No, come on.
Well, let's
Don't be
get back
trampling on my
into it.
turf.
This is we're at before and after SoundLab. We're not selling bidets, guys. All right. So we're at before and after SoundLab, which is an amazing venue here in Tampa. They have a production studio, they have a podcast room, and then they have this amazing like sound area for events, and I guess it's an event space. It's a beautiful area. Rave Daddy, can you pan
Yeah,
out and
pan
show
up
them
to
a little
show,
bit?
like,
You know
the
what,
We've
background.
guys?
got a wall of records behind us.
They
that
have
are all
three
genuine.
CDJs,
They have
All-
three
all-
CDJs.
three CDJs,
All
a
real
V10,
records.
okay, and
Yeah.
two 1200s. And you can already know that I was mixing on vinyl today, and I felt ecstatic about that whole situation. That's how I started, by the way.
Yeah.
Giant wall of records.
Yeah, can
Yeah.
you switch that camera? Yeah,
That's
show all of that.
awesome.
If
There
you
go. That's
can
really good.
tell that DJ Rich is in heaven right now.
They were like, "Wait, you can mix without waveforms?" And I was like, "Well, check this
Oh,
out.
here we go. Here we go. Already.
Look what I could do."
Yeah, so
Next
let's
is
plug
gonna
it
be
up.
about
Yeah,
the
so
beat sync.
you become a member of SoundLab, and you get access to all of this.
To all of this.
24-hour access to the
24
studio.
hours.
They do have classes. They teach you how to DJ. They teach you how to produce, and you get to be a part of an amazing team and amazing aspiring DJs and producers. So let's plug them up, and thanks DOR for letting us have this
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that
live
was
show
awesome.
here. You know,
Thank you,
Thank
guys.
you very,
Thank
very
you.
much,
Thank
guys.
you.
We absolutely
Can we
love
get
you for that. You
a
know?
yay?
He's there. He's out there. He
Yeah.
heard
Oh,
us.
there we go.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
our,
there he is. We were just talking
There he
about you.
is.
Hey,
Yeah, that's our special guest for this evening. We're going
Yes.
to interview DOR and Mr. Justin Savage and talk about their glow up. Let's see how far they came. And
yes.
maybe
This
they should
takes
give
a
us
lot
the-
of work, so I can't
lot of
imagine.
work.
There's got to be a big story behind this.
Oh yeah,
you know,
he got
so
the key. He reached
We're
out
excited
to DJ
to talk
Khaled.
about it.
The key. Yeah, he got
I the
major keys.
So before we get into that, though, let's do a little bit. before we continue, we do have a performance by Shelly Bejar.
Bayar.
Bayar.
Yeah, the J is silent.
The J is silent.
Yes.
Bayar.
Unlike Pfeiffer.
Okay, so she's a comedian, an amazing comedian. I saw her live before. She actually performed after us or before us at a Divine Freak show.
Nice.
Had me like belly roll over laughing. It was amazing.
Those comedians really crack you up, man.
I know. I love comedy, man.
You got any dad jokes?
Not at the top of my head.
What do
can't
you
put
call an iPhone charger? Apple juice.
Wah wah wah.
That's a dad joke.
He'll be seeing himself out
I
in
do
the room.
have You got a one. dad
That was
joke?
like the best dad joke of the day.
I'm full of dad jokes.
Let me hear it.
Okay, what do you call a joke? How do you know when a joke is grown up?
How?
When it becomes apparent.
That's a parent. That's a good one.
I get
That's
it.
a vocab joke.
Yeah, it's a vocab, yeah. A little punny.
I went to
funny.
public school.
I love it, guys. I love jokes. So I'm amazed and glad to have you here. Thank you for joining us. So let's dive into it. We have 1 year. This is our 1 year anniversary. So thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been 1 year. 1 year of us doing this podcast, bringing awareness to the scene, and trying to put producers on the forefront, and entrepreneurs and people who are actually doing something in the music scene, making a difference.
Yeah, we interviewed
couldn't do
a
without
bunch
you
of people.
guys.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
course.
Thank you. Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
Thank you for making us Insta famous. More than that, though.
Yes. So with that being said, let's dive into some things that have happened over the weekend. We have Avant Gardner being bought and sold.
Yeah,
so
that's
the Brooklyn Mirage.
Brooklyn Mirage,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah, yep.
I heard a
Well, it's
bit.
being torn down, isn't it?
Well, a piece of it's being torn down.
All right.
And then they're selling the rest of it for 110 million.
110
Oh,
million.
that's cheap.
That's cheap.
Yeah.
It's pocket
It's
change.
kinda-
for
It's
Ray-
kind of
for Ray
crazy
Daddy.
that they went bankrupt, but it tells you how much goes into doing like
Well,
events
I mean,
and
how many
stuff
clubs
like
do you know that operate appropriately?
that. Is that the right word?
Yeah, I think that's the word I'm going to use for it today.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think we know most clubs are usually doing other things
Hmm.
besides just making money. So,
Well,
True.
also, like, you have to be in a lottery for a liquor license in the state of
Yes.
Florida, and that's hella expensive.
yep.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm sure Dor and Justin, you guys could probably talk about this a bit, but it's like $250,000 just to get into the lottery.
No, I don't know about that. It's not true. You could buy a liquor license depending on where you're at for $200,000, $300,000 off somebody who's owning it.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't-
Off
yeah,
the black
lottery,
market,
but
you
good
can
luck
get
on
yourself
winning the lottery.
liquor license.
I've been looking into this for a minute. Man.
Okay.
Yeah, but yes, the buy a liquor license from somebody that wants to sell it, they're going around that price, and depending on where you're at. And there's different liquor licenses also, but yeah,
And I'm
you're
sure
almost-
you can't just be anybody to buy that liquor license.
No.
You,
You
probably
you got to have 200,000.
That's just to get in the door.
You know,
And
then,
then you need more qualifications. It's just buy that liquor license.
Well, and then you, of course, have all of the regulations that go behind it. So the
Absolutely.
check-ins that are happening.
Yep.
Yeah, you mess up one time, they are not going to put you on the top of the list to get it back later.
Yeah. But Brooklyn Mirage was such a great place. They were open for like maybe 4 or 5 months before they even got closed down. And I don't know if they grew too big or they have a good business model or what, but maybe the owner was doing bad business. Who knows what happened? But
I wonder if that is public, if there's any kind of information on that, on what truly happened, because they were doing events just fine before.
Yeah.
I think the remodel.
Yeah, the
right?
remodel,
The remodel
was
is
right when they
what could have
lost
put
it.
them behind.
Yeah.
But we definitely should look into that, because, or is that what we were talking about on the decline of true clubs and everything's going to listening bars or
So I don't think they were a true club
underground.
because they had world-renowned DJs that people would pay tons of money to go see. They weren't like
So what
were low on ticket sales. You know, they were making money.
were they?
Were they? Because some of those artists are really expensive.
True.
And then if you don't have a good agreement with the bar, for example, whoever's managing that bar, whatever that looks like. I mean, once again, Dor and Justin, we could probably ask you guys more of these questions.
We'd definitely like to get your takes on that too.
Yeah, definitely. And I keep on pointing over here because they're sitting there in our audience right now. But I mean, I think that this is where business some people, so you can be an event planner, you can be a business, or you can be a bar owner or a bar manager, but you can't be a business owner. It takes a special type of person to be a business owner. And if you don't have the cash up front, it's the first 2 years, most businesses fail.
Well,
and then if you
but-
make it 5 years, I mean, it's just like a marriage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have better luck, but not the perfect equation.
Well, and even on a small scale, I think when a lot of DJs want to start hosting an event, you know what I mean? Like, it's different from just DJing at a club to now putting on your own event. Like, you could think you could just have an event and have everybody show up. That's not the case, you know? So it's tough.
You could be waiting for people because of traffic and bad weather. You never know.
Yeah.
So no, I'm just
Yeah, that's exactly right.
yeah, which is our case. You know, I'm getting a bunch of texts from a bunch of friends who are coming, but they're going to be late because of the weather. But beside the point, I mean, it's just like they've been going for years, you know, and you have to figure where was the breaking point here? You know, was it taking the time off to do this, killing them pockets? That could be it. I don't know.
Brooklyn Mirage wasn't there for years, though. They were like, less than a year.
Brooklyn Mirage?
Yeah, they didn't last very long.
Yeah, they didn't
only
last
lasted
long.
like
Less than a year?
Yeah. Yeah, they only been out for several months, if that, and then they did the remodel, and that's when the shows started canceling. So they're a brand new venue. Like,
No.
I
Brooklyn
thought-
Mirage has been around for a minute.
I thought it's been out
think.
since 2024 or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
I used to go there when I lived there.
Oh, okay.
And
I
I
thought it
lived
just
there
opened
6
up.
years ago.
Yeah, no,
Not bad.
they've been it's like a goal of mine to play at Brooklyn
Got
Mirage.
you.
I've been
All
there.
right.
So at least 4 or 5 years that I know of that they've
Okay,
been
I was
around.
wrong then. That was my bad then.
But
yeah, like, where
I
did
just
it go
don't
wrong?
understand.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
So
Same
let's
with Space, though. We can stay on that topic. Same with Space.
Mm-hmm.
They're going back and forth.
Well, Space
you
is
know.
also going through some major lawsuits.
Yep.
So you have to think of all that other side of it. Like
Mm-hmm.
there could be lawsuits that are happening with Brooklyn Mirage that we just don't know about because
Yep.
it's not brought to the public quite yet because
Sure.
they can't talk about it.
True.
Yep.
So that's probably more likely the case than anything, just like Space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
could
And
be.
there's a lot of, like, whenever you do run a multi-billion-dollar, million-dollar business, there's multiple people who's running it. So it's not just one person.
Yep.
And a lot of people butt heads and partnerships go wrong, business deals go sour.
Yes.
That affects business as well.
Yeah.
Analysis paralysis or paralysis by analysis, whichever way you want to say
Paralysis
it.
All
by
of that.
And then
analysis,
nothing
yeah.
happens. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, we're not doing anything now.
And
Yeah,
now you
been there,
got to
done
sell
that.
it for $110 million.
For
Only.
a cool
That's-
110
I mean, that's a-
million.
that's a-
Although they bought it for like 300 mil.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good problem.
And
It
then the-
opened
then the
in
remodel?
2015, by the way.
Oh, I was
Oh, wow,
wrong. Yeah, I was
10
off.
years.
I was off by
Okay.
10 years. Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah, I mean, just nine,
So-
There was
9 year
something about that
difference.
though after COVID though. There was definitely like an article or something. It definitely like 2023 or something.
About this starting,
Yeah,
this
like,
situation starting.
Unless
to
I'm
happen.
thinking of a different venue in Brooklyn.
No, I was actually thinking about that when we were talking about it. I was like, I think that there was something that
There's
had happened
something.
during COVID.
Yeah.
Just like every other nightclub during COVID.
Well, yeah,
I
they had
mean-
it hard up there in New York. They had it a lot harder than we
New
did
Yeah.
down
The
here
whole side, New
Well,
York, Philly.
during COVID.
Thank goodness for companies like One of Us that were doing that underground kind
Operating
of stuff.
during
yeah.
COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Well, Florida never really closed during COVID. That's why I moved down here.
I mean,
Like,
we
everything,
we
like,
did, but we didn't.
Then you didn't
We
really.
like, fuck them.
We said, yeah, we'll close, and then instead we just did house parties,
Yeah.
and then everybody got COVID anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. So, and some other things that happened. ADE was this past weekend. A lot of friends were over in Amsterdam and playing shows. A lot of female DJs were playing shows over in Amsterdam that we saw from here. Ania Rose, Kalila, although she's not from here, she's basically from. It feels like she's from here. A lot of other people that we know were over in Amsterdam playing, so that was fun to see.
Yeah, that looks like a big event. I did some research about that, and over 1,000 DJs, thousands of producers, and it's not just for music. You can go there and network. You can build your business. You can get there's a lot of workshops. So it definitely seems like one of those bucket list spots to go if you're trying to grow your brand or grow your business. You know.
Yeah. It's kind of like what I used to think Miami Music Week was, but in Europe.
Yeah.
Because I think what Miami Music Week used to be was like workshops and you
Yep.
go and you see. But I think this past year they were trying to bring that back a little bit. Probably this coming year is going to be a lot more, I'm
Yep.
sure, like that. But before COVID, it used to be like that. You go, you learn, you'd connect with people in your industry, you'd find out about producers or labels you never even heard of, or people that are more interested into this kind of music than you would
It's you.
suspect.
No, it's definitely
It's me. It's
No,
me.
it's probably this
It's
one here.
Danielle. It's
Kidding,
D
I'm just
Money.
blaming somebody for the fake.
But so ADE was this weekend. We had Fred again playing with Thomas Bangholter from Daft Punk. I thought that was amazing.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, like the first time
Yeah.
he's played in like.
16 years
Yeah.
or something
was
without his
badass.
helmet and two.
That was nice.
It was good. I actually showed you that. You remember me showing you that?
Yeah.
I showed you that people were dancing in the club to
We're-
some old Daft Punk. And I was like, all right.
We
you
were
know.
talking about how the scene is completely different,
Yes.
you know, from other countries to what they're doing over here. And it's like the other countries just come out to have a good time and dance. You know, here you got to do so much more to make that happen. And it's always the same beat here, you know.
Yeah, it's
Like
almost.
drugs?
No, there's definitely drugs over there. But here, there's
I was
drugs
going
here
to say,
too.
we were just talking about Amsterdam.
No, but just in general, you go overseas and people are going to come out in groves and have a good time. You could throw a pop-up party in the middle of the street and be playing reggae, and all of a sudden you have a big crowd coming out and everybody's, you know,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
just different.
Right.
It's completely different lifestyle, different culture compared to what we got here in the U.S., you know, and we were just rapping about what's different about it.
Why are
you
we
know?
so uptight here?
We were.
Everything's uptight here.
I don't know why.
Well, you know, I
Everybody's
don't know. We were
judgmental.
just trying to figure out what makes people dance to this music now, because you can't just put on anything. You really gotta curate a vibe. And like this last weekend, I saw Pied Piper had their annual Halloween.
Yeah,
show,
I saw that.
their
That
carnival,
actually had a good turnout too. I
which
saw
had
quite
an
a few videos from it,
amazing
yep.
turnout, crazy. But one thing I did notice that in some of the clips that I saw, it was just a lot of people standing and a lot of people filming. Hey, what's
Got
up,
more
guys?
Fans, I got more fans.
What's
got more
up?
fans.
What's
What
up?
what what
Hello. So you know, a lot of people standing, a lot of cameras, a lot of phones out.
Yeah, but that doesn't
not
mean
a lot
it's
of
a bad
vibing.
scenario.
It doesn't mean it wasn't a
I
bad.
don't know why we keep doing that. Because we got cameras out, we're suddenly pieces of shit when we
No,
go to a club
no.
or an event.
No.
Because, no, that's not
Not
what
piece,
no,
not piece of
that's-
shit,
I'm
but
not
I mean
saying that's what
holding
I'm
it for
I'm
the
saying
entire
that's what
time.
everybody else is saying. We've got people that actually are putting your phones in cases because I want you to be in the moment. And I'm like, just because you're on a phone doesn't mean you're not in the moment.
Have you done one of those shows like that before?
Without the cell phones?
Where you put your phone up into a case?
No, but
No?
I don't have my phone out during a club very often either.
True.
You can go back on my Instagram. It's kind of funny. Ultra of 2015, I had like 130 photos and 50 videos. And then you went back to EDC like 2022 or whatever, where the first EDC was back, and I have like 10 photos and 3 videos. And then the last event at Campen, I had like 3 pictures.
Yeah.
Well, you got older. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that's true
so
too.
like, don't-
So, but that's the point. So 24-year-old kids aren't supposed to use their cell phones?
well, no, that's
No.
not. Yeah, that's
No,
not
no.
it. It's
No.
it's a different audience. You know, it's a different audience. There's
I
gonna be
just
kids that
think
are gonna
it's-
use their phone, and I'm sure if I was 24 at this age, I would be on my phone recording it too, reliving the moments. Of
Well,
course.
let's
I used to
let's
carry
focus
around
on that
a
for a second.
disposable camera at all times in my 20s. I'm
But
not trying
is
to
that dampening people's ability to want to dance or be seen dancing too?
What's going on overseas when you look at all these crowds dancing and you come over here and you see these big, huge concerts and they're standing, you know, they're standing around? What is is it our culture? What
it's-
what
no,
is
but
the
it's
root
also- so
cause of this problem?
Don't forget that
But
it
it's over
does.
there
it-
too.
It is there too. I did see.
It's
I
there
did see
too.
something in Ibiza where people were just in that new mega club and they were just phones up. It was like hundreds.
But that's
of people.
why, because it's a mega club,
Yeah.
and it depends who's DJing. It depends because
They're there for the pictures.
exactly depending on the
Not the
DJ
dance.
is going to draw that kind of crowd out. You're going to have people who still go to clubs and just dance. But if it's a certain
It's
artists,
bragging
I don't
rights too. Like it's not real until you have a picture, right?
we gotta
Never
wait.
had
We
it.
gotta wait till the
I-
drugs kick in.
I saw Rufus Du Sol and don't have a single picture to show for it because it was in Powabunga in the freezing tundra, and my hands were in my mittens. So I don't have anything to prove for. I even lost a
God,
scarf.
if we
I'm
could
actually
just
pretty
make
upset
a
about that.
cell phone you can use your mittens with.
Listen, this was a last minute trip over a quick weekend. Had no idea I was going. I was like, all right, let's just see what happens. It was fun, but I don't have a single picture of Rufus Du Sol, of Elderbrook. I don't have anything to
And
prove
some
for
people
it.
do
It's just right here.
do the posting and take pictures for the likes and for the recognition and accolades on their own social media. It's people who just go to shows just to get photos and don't even know who's even DJing, and they'll leave.
I
Just for
actually, Dirty Bird Camp Out, I just remembered something. Somebody was part of like the
Camp
marketing group. What?
Camp out.
Camp Out. That was in California, Modesto. Coolest thing. But there was somebody that saw me with my phone out, and they said, "Look, I'll pay you if you take videos and photos," because I had the VIP wristband. I actually had an artist band because I'm cool like that. No, I just knew somebody that knew somebody. And I got an artist band. So they were like, well, if you can go get me that backstage footage, because they couldn't get it, they said that they would buy it from me. So that's the only reason why I have so many pictures from Dirty Bird Campout. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have. But unless I'm going to get paid for it, I'm not doing that extra stuff.
Right.
I
Well,
get it.
but I also coming from a time period when it was actually difficult to take pictures at these events too.
They didn't have cameras back then.
That's correct, motherfucker. I swear to God. No, they didn't. I
Get away for
totally
the
set
daylight.
myself up for that. But it's nice because you don't think to do that. You don't think to get pictures with your friends, or take a quick picture of the artist, or take a picture of you with the artist at the end of the event. And now we live in a culture that's so acclimated to it. But it's nice because, you know, in 5 years when I'm like 78 or something, and then I'll be able to go back and reflect on all the pictures and be able to remember all the stuff I went to.
So tomorrow?
I said 5 years. 5 years. Yeah, see?
Tomorrow's 5 years.
So just to shout out some
Really out for me
people
to-
on the chat, we got Heather Effie in the building. Hey,
What's
Heather.
Happy belated.
What's up, Heather? Thank you so much for joining us. Yes, happy belated birthday.
Speaking of birthdays, happy birthday, Ketone.
Thank you, sir.
happy
And happy
birthday,
birthday to you,
Keaton.
Oh, yeah, that's
Richard.
Richard's
Happy
birthday
birthday,
today, too.
brother.
Any other birthdays in the audience? Any
We
other
got any
October
birthday- any
birthdays?
October
No,
birthdays?
no October
No.
birthdays. All right.
Not
all
in
right.
here. We got DJ Cuba.
Wait, what sign
in the
is that?
chat.
Kuba,
Scorpio.
what's up, Kuba?
Oh.
Scorpio.
It's Scorpio
What was
season.
that?
Nothing.
Scorpio season.
You know,
What was that?
one of my colleagues today that definitely was giving me some trouble, Scorpio. Scorpio, but Taurus and Scorpios, we're pretty good. I push your limits and you push mine, but we're
because
still
the Taurus
BFFs
is
at
the
the end of
best
it.
sign.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Taurus is the best sign in the whole zodiac. We all know.
Shit.
Yes, we do.
That's correct.
Oh, we
know
got
this.
some Tauruses
Yes.
in there, though.
Taurus.
Date a Taurus once, you'll never
Oh, you're a
date anyone
Taurus too?
else.
Oh my gosh, look at all these Tauruses. Taurus, unite.
All right, so let's see what else we got coming up here. I just want to go back to a little bit about the before and after SoundLab. So, I mean, since we're here, we got to chat about it. This is Void Sound System here.
You know what's really cool about this place?
Tell me.
You could be, you want to practice on the mix, right? And you want to practice on the mix with a high fidelity system. And you live in an apartment, you know, and you just want to hear certain sounds. You want to jam out in the middle of the night. You have a membership to this place. You can come in at any time and you can completely jam out. And I like that because a lot of places you're getting the cops called. You can't turn the music up, whatever the case is. So this right here, this works. This works, and this is pretty awesome, man.
Yeah, it's a studio
This
for
idea
DJs.
is absolutely fantastic. I
Yeah.
can't wait to interview the owner of this place.
Yeah, definitely. There's always been studios for like producers and rappers and singers or whatever, but there's no dedicated space for DJs. You know, and a lot of DJs don't have the capital or the funding to purchase CDJs, and now this gives you the access to that. And like I said,
The
practice
best
on stuff like
equipment:
that.
3 CDJs, 2 Technique 1200s. I mean, you can't. Dude, the mixers is fantastic, man. I see what you're saying. I think I just might have to buy one of these now.
So we have Sam selling memberships because of a bidet, and we have
Yeah, listen. And the bathrooms have bidets.
And
I
Rich
swear to
selling
God, you'll never
memberships
wipe your
because
ass
of
again the right way. You
the
got to get one. You got to
techniques.
check it out. It dries. It sings to you. Man, this guy thought about everything.
Listen, they have a fire big ass mirror in the front entrance. Great for photo ops.
Yes.
too.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But the
This
studio,
needs like maybe some framing for lighting, but otherwise, I like the like dimness of it.
there's
It's chill
actually
vibe.
have you seen the bookcase light up? The bookcase lights up.
The bookcase
The
lights up.
bookcase lights up.
I've seen it in pictures. I thought it was just AI, but
No,
it's real
no,
life?
it's real. It
I
is
can't wait.
real. So
we might have to
um,
do that before we leave.
Yes. Do we have any of those commercials queued up?
Yeah, I think I can find one or two.
Yeah. Let's see. We got a
Don't
few
hold me to
things
it,
that
please.
we can run into. So we have a EV and Yay. They do every Tuesday. They do a mix show. Or every Tuesday they can make it. It's hard. You can't do it every week. Sometimes I get it. But every Tuesday they're a mix show on humblehouseradio.com. It's called Steppin' in Culture. It's by Evie and Ye. We have their commercial. We have Heather Effie, DJ Heather Effie. She's every Sunday, so we'll have her commercial as well. She's from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You guys are 8 to 11, I believe. Oh, we got more peeps in the building. What's up? Hey.
Yep.
And so we also have a commercial for joining our crew. If there's anything that you feel you could help us achieve higher, more on the podcast, be it the podcast, the record label, anything that we're doing, events, DJing, producing,
Social media.
just
If you want to start your own podcast too,
start your own
start your own
podcast.
podcast. They got
We'll
an
host
outlet for
you.
that. And also where you're taking mixes, submissions
Yes,
too.
DJ mixes. I
Yeah.
need some DJ
Yes,
mixes.
we are.
Do we got the phone lines up?
Maybe if you want to call. Oh, we should definitely have the phone lines up.
We should have the phone lines.
It
Of
is.
course the phone lines are up. Why wouldn't the phone lines be up, guys? Come on now.
Oh,
Well,
he's
you know,
on
it's a
his
new
A
studio.
This is what I do.
You know,
all right?
and,
This
you know,
is
I
what
got to
do.
give it up to Robbie for holding it down.
Yeah.
Because you know
Where's
what I'm
the
saying. I
claps
shouldn't have
at? Come
second
on, we
guessed
need
that
the
one.
claps.
Yeah, Robbie, thank you very much, bro.
Our phone.
Robbie, everybody.
I have to do something.
Yay,
He's
Robbie.
always holding it down.
We have.
I should never second guess
Be
him.
sure to call us at 727-342-0550.
What's that phone number again?
727-342-0550. When we come back from our commercial, we are going to jump into our comedian, Shelly Bayar.
Bayar.
Bayer.
Bayar.
Just call her
Bayer.
Shelly.
Is it like aspirin, like Bayer aspirin?
Oh, that's a good comparison. No, it's Bay.
You might need to take aspirin for your side hurting after listening to her, but that's about the only aspirin.
Yes.
You
But
She's a comedian.
Yeah. No.
Is she gonna tell
need. You
jokes?
obviously
just a
are
funny
not
person.
back there, guy.
All right. So
Oh,
let's
my.
just jump into it, and we'll see you guys after this short commercial break.
Imagine a music industry empowering independent artists.
Humble House Radio makes it happen. Join our mission.
Volunteer, collaborate, or join our dynamic team.
Share your expertise, time, or passion. Together, amplify artistic voices.
Gain valuable experience, network, and make a difference.
Email Humble House Records at humbleHouseRec@djketone.com or DM on social media.
Humble House Records, we make a difference. Imagine a music industry.
Share St.
See, there we go. Now we got the record wall lit up. No, that's where. See, there we go. I mean, the mics are open. Yeah, I know. You're going to introduce her, right?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
Hey,
yeah,
what's
that's
up,
what I thought
guys?
we were
Welcome
doing.
back. It is Houseology Live at Before and After SoundLab here in Tampa, Florida. So I'm going to do a little introduction here for our comedian. Her name is Shelly. She runs a Disco Cat comedy production company, a production company called Disco Cat Comedy. They do a lot of shows in Tampa and St. Pete, all over the area, so make sure you catch one. She's headlined Clearwater Comedy Club. She's opened up for Brent Pella. Guys, I am so stoked and have so much gratitude for Shelly joining us on the show. So let's give a big warm welcome for Shelly.
What is up, everybody? I'm a very awkward person. This is typically where I'd be like, where are my awkward people at? But y'all are giving super cool energy. But I'm awkward as fuck. Like, I'm so awkward that if I don't know what to say to you, I'll just start offering you shit from my purse. I'll be like, hey, I don't have any value to add to your conversation, but do you want a crystal, a tampon, or an essential oil? I'm awkward, but I have a friend who is somehow more awkward than me. She was trying to learn how to twerk one time. We got any twerkers here? Yeah, my friend was trying to learn how to twerk one time, so she was playing some music. She was doing this move. I don't know how to describe this move. Like, she kind of looked like a bowl of boiling spaghetti. And she's like, Shelly, can you provide me with some feedback on my twerking? Do you think I should bring these moves to the club? And I was like, no, I would not. And she's like, why not? And I'm like, can you just try that again, like anything else? That's not even twerking. I'm like, no. So she tries it again. This is her new move. She goes like this. So don't worry, y'all. Everybody who gets to see it. I'm coming for you, everybody. I was like, bro, you look like you're laying an egg. I was like, maybe if your club's at the barn and you're in your omelet girl season, are you looking for some dudes to cluck tonight? You want to suck on some peckers? The chicken jokes are always just for me. Anyway, yeah, no, like I mentioned, I am very awkward. I had something very cool happen to me, though, recently. And I know what you're going to be thinking, like, that's not cool. I got diagnosed with asthma not too long ago, and I get it. That's not that cool, but it is cool for me, because as an awkward person, I've always been one of these people, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with my hands, but now I have asthma, and I just take out my asthma inhaler. Doing something with my hands. Also, I'm a millennial, and sometimes I feel like I don't always know how to relate to Gen Zs. Like, it's almost like we're like the same but different. And I was hanging out with these Gen Zs, and they were all vaping, and I didn't really know what to say. So I just took out my asthma inhaler. I was like, what's up, guys? Got my Mango Crush albuterol. I like to have fun with my asthma inhaler, I do. Like, for example, if I'm trying to get my husband in the mood. This is for my ladies. Ladies, make some noise. This is for you. This is my move. I'm trying to get my husband in the mood. This is how I hit my asthma inhaler. I go, hey, babe. He loves that one. Thank you. As an awkward person, I had a hard time dating. I am married now, but when I was in my online dating era, I had no idea what to say to guys. I had a Bumble for a while, which is where the woman is supposed to talk to the man first. I gotta catch my breath, I swear to God. Oh, after twerking, like sometimes I just get out of breath and I have to catch it again, but I'm good. Okay. So anyway, I had online dating for a while. I had a Bumble, and I never knew what to say to guys. I would always say the most awkward shit. I'd be like, hello, do you like pierogies? Are you a mushroom? Because you seem like a fun guy. But I do want to tell you guys about the best pickup line I've ever heard in my entire life, because this is a true work of art. This could be like a psalm in the Bible. I was at a club, and this guy was standing behind this girl, and he says to her the most prolific line I've ever heard. He says to her, hey, shawty, I ain't trying to creep up on ya. I'm just trying to let you know I'm here. And I was like, sir, I am wet. Because I want to break it down for you so we all understand why this is such a prolific line. Hey, shawty, that's respectful. That's not like, hey, bitch, I ain't trying to creep up on ya, which to me says, I respect your sovereignty. I respect your personal boundaries. You understand, this man is a feminist. I'm just trying to let you know I'm here. So he's my husband now. Anyway, thank you all so much. I've been Shelly Behar. Follow Disco Cat Comedy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh my gosh.
Is your husband here right now?
I'm just going to assume your husband's black. I don't know. He might not be, but I'm just going to assume he's black.
I'm happy you said that.
Sade. I like that one. That's good. And of course, you were out of breath twerking. You got asthma, duh. You can't be
I was
twerking.
thinking the same thing. Like, do you want me to go grab my puffer for you? Yeah, mine's on tap all the time. I get that refilled when it's down to 100. You should do that. I might go do the same. I was laughing. That was awesome. Thank you.
Yes. Guys, give it one more round of applause for Shelly for coming out for that. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Dude, those claps are like obnoxious.
Thank you.
They're like wild. Yeah. Guys, all right, so we're back. We have our guests joining us, Justin and DOR from One of Us.
And it's lit.
Before and after Sound Club. Give it up for them, guys.
Woo!
Come on. Thank you guys so much for joining us on the podcast.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, of course, and hosting us here, this beautiful venue. This is amazing.
Now it's lit. Do you see?
Oh, yes, and the background's lit. Way more ambiance than we thought. Huh?
These are the vibes right here.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
You're always welcome here. Talk to Justin about it. You're always welcome to use this space
Thank
whenever
you.
you want. It's for the community, and you guys are a big part of the community, and I appreciate what you guys are doing.
Thank
with
you.
This podcast in general.
Thank you so much. Well, let's dive into a little bit before we get into what you guys are doing now, because you guys are just like blowing up like crazy right now. You got so many ventures going on, but let's start in the beginning, right? Let's go back to what got you guys into EDM music, house music, techno, in the first place,
Do you want to start, Justin? I will start.
Okay.
I mean, I've been doing events since I was 16, so it's 21 years now, if you want to do the math of how old I am. But to me, my first experiences with house music was with Solomon in Europe.
Love
and
him.
These type of events that made me feel like I'm part of something way bigger, and that was kind of the same experience that I want to give people in the One of Us events.
Okay. What about you, Justin?
I started doing this rally race across Europe. So we'd like race a car with a big group of people, and it ended in Ibiza.
Okay.
So like I really got a wholesome, like deep house, real like underground vibe, and just kind of fell in love with it. And then every year, just enjoyed it more, and then kind of just tried to capture what was here, mostly in like St. Pete at the time.
Okay.
And I think that's where it started for me.
Very cool.
Both European based.
Yes, I was gonna bring that up.
Yeah.
It seems to be like if American, are you American? Are you from here? Yes. So we go there. I've traveled to Europe too, and it's just stuck with me, the music and the culture, my whole life. So I resonate with that a lot. And I'm sure in Tel Aviv there was so many like concerts and things. Were you in the festivals at the time, or were you in the clubs, or was this like underground for you, or where was like that where you felt that community and culture?
So Tel Aviv is a very unique scene of holes in the walls, which always inspired me to do a lot of this type of experience as well. But I kind of embrace it all, small events, big events. But personally, I have a passion for these large events, the community events, because you just get to sense something a little bit different. It's not just the music, which is super important, connects it all, but it's something bigger. It's a bigger experience than just a room with sound system and a DJ.
Yeah, you can tell with all the different musical entities that you guys put and the thought into, lockers here for members. It's very forward thinking. So before we get here though, too, one of us was really big in the community, is really big in the community right now to this day, but everybody starts somewhere. So where did you two come in to figure out this is a synergy and we have to work on this and we have to make this a thing?
I can take this one. So I went out on a boat and I do like a month off, like focus on like meditation, no drinking, super healthy. And it was this month that I went out and I randomly met DOR. It was the first time I met him, and he'd brought my favorite bottle of tequila. And I was like, oh, it's my favorite bottle of tequila. He's like, yeah, okay. And then like, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes later, he comes up and he's like, here's a shot. I'm like, no, I'm not drinking. He's like, you said this was your favorite bottle of tequila. I'm like, it is, but it's my month off. And he's like, well, I'm doing a 75 hard right now. I'm not drinking either. So we just like hung out on the boat, just like observing everyone, just vibing out, like totally sober, no drinks, while everyone's just getting smashed. Yeah. And we just kind of started laughing and started a friendship. And he was throwing different like parties around Tampa, and he invited me to one. And then COVID was going on, and now I was like, I got a big warehouse. We should maybe do something together, and that's how it started.
Okay.
Yeah, it was actually in this room. And do you remember that party in Chicago?
Oh yeah.
So we traveled to Chicago, and we were invited to like this secret party.
This is like peak of COVID.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like nothing's open.
Oh.
And it was like in a gym, and super cool. And after that, like I was just saying, don't you own like a building with a CrossFit gym that is vacant right now? I said, yeah. So can I throw a party there? And we just, that's the first one.
Yeah.
So that was the first one of us. Was it considered one of us then, or what was it?
Technically, we're going to call ourselves Full Circle.
Okay.
And like the slogan was "Be one of us."
Yeah.
Okay.
And we had 5 DJs, each from a different part of the world, and it was a circle. It was a circle, and everyone like would stand around the circle booth.
Okay. Very cool.
And what's another thing that is interesting with one of us is because we started during a pandemic, which, you weren't supposed to have more than 6 people in one room back then. And we weren't just going to go with it. We believe that people should have the choice whether they want to socialize or not, especially in times like the pandemic. So we were offered these underground events, and then we had to move them around, so not going to be shut down. So then we started moving them around, and then in order to keep it safe also, we didn't tell people what the location is going to be. So it created like this really cool scene where everyone is like waiting for the address to drop and when is the next one, which blew us up even more. Today people are using the secret location as a marketing gimmick, but for us it was a necessity.
Yeah.
To keep the scene alive in time when you didn't have much to do.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because you see when you look back at rave culture in its earliest times, you know, you see that they were using some of those same techniques and to keep parties undercover so that they wouldn't go to jail, primarily the person promoting it and stuff like that. And that's cool to see. Cool to see it used in a modern time, in a modern way to actually grow a community. You know, 'cause that's essentially what you guys have. You guys have a community of people who, you know, help you grow this scene and those shows that you guys. And another thing is, you guys don't pander to what you think. Like, you won't. I don't see a Steve Aoki coming to a One of Us, you know, throwing pies and shit. You know, I see like I see dance music coming forward from you guys. Is that something that you guys intentionally decided to do with One of Us?
Yeah, we definitely, for me personally, I just have an ear that's drawn to not mainstream music. Something happens where someone tries to create something that other people will like versus something that that person internally likes. And for me, it's super obvious. You know, there's an unoriginal sound when they're like creating these riffs that a large amount of people are gonna like. And for me, outside of the not supporting the mainstream thing, the sound, you know, the sound is something that we share. Afro house, deep house, all of that stuff. And yeah, we don't want anyone jumping around throwing cakes.
I mean, respect to everyone. You know, music is a very wide range, and you know there are great DJs in every genre. But for us, our approach for bookings is a little bit different. There was a great scene here in Tampa Bay before we started One of Us, with groups like Late Night Flight, then Linden, you know, and Pedro, rest in peace. But we wanted to introduce and educate the scene here. I remember like a few years ago, we had a few months where we had Monolink, you know, with the guitar, and you had Art Bat,
Yep.
and then you had Marco Corolla. So like a really wide range of different DJs. So for us, it was very, very important. You know, when you build a scene, when you build a community, you got to give different types of angles. I remember when we booked Sarah Landry, people were like, "What? One of us? Sarah Landry, hard techno?" And yeah, we like to challenge people's perspective on what music is, what an event is, what One of Us is. Keep people on their toes for sure.
Okay.
I saw Damian Lazarus. That was my first show from One of Us. And it was at the end of COVID. And I took an Uber out to go to this location. I was like, where am I going? But the vibes were so great. Like the decor, everything that you guys set up, the sound was great. I mean, Damian Lazarus was a vibe too. But it was just that it was such a cool thing. I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. But that was the first one I had ever gone to. For whatever reason, I was like, what is this? I don't want to be One of Us. I don't want to be that. But then I gave in, and then, you know, I went to many from that point forward. And I think you guys have you have made a great name for yourselves, in all honesty. And of course, I feel like everybody is really looking forward still to this day to the One of Us events. They're still looking forward to saying, when's the next One of Us event? I see people nodding out in our audience right now, and they're saying that same thing. So good job on y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
good job.
So why Tampa? Why Tampa, St. Pete area? Why here? Why did you guys choose to do this in this location?
So I was born in Riverview, so it's like
Okay.
10 miles from here. So we grew up on a dairy farm over
Yeah.
there. So these are my roots. I went to UCF, and a good group of the guys I lived in college with ended up doing a lot of the scene out in Orlando, like the
Okay.
Celine,
Yeah.
the Alfie's, Hi-Fi. They're really cool.
Okay.
It's the vinyl lounge out there, and I was kind of part of seeing it grow, and I was always into music. I played at the Refuge. We were in a band in high school, and it used to be called State Theater. Now it's
Okay.
what's State Theater now?
In St. Pete,
Yeah,
the Floridian.
yeah. Now it's called the Floridian. So like,
Okay.
there's been an evolution of like punk rock and all of this different stuff that I've like transitioned through my like music journey. But yeah, I was always a lover. I moved to Italy for a year and just kind of like had a transition. through all that. And I was a general contractor for Sunset Music Festival and really got to see a big, just, wow, this is real big things happening for a lot of people. And the structure and how well that event was put together and how many smiles it put on people's faces. So that was impactful for me from a business perspective, being like, you could actually do something big business-wise that's still cool for the community.
Yeah.
So that was part of my, like, you know, I guess seeing what can be done out there and just needing to make the right moves to make that become a reality.
Amazing, amazing. What's your role with One of Us in particular? We know you own the warehouse, or was it this space?
Yes.
Okay, and then like, what else with One of Us is it that?
I would say that Dora and I are very opposite thinkers. Like, I still think of us as like creatives, but in very different ways. And we're just constantly bouncing ideas off of each other and making, you know, measurable decisions on like strategies on, you know, how much risk to put out there, how many things to do, who to bring, how to do it without hurting and growing, but still making sure it's a good show. I mean, we're constantly talking every day about everything, coming up with new ideas.
I'm excited about what Justin is bringing to the table now with the recording studio, with the SOUNDLAB, with the record label. And that's something the Tampa Bay scene has never done to a scale yet. You know, there is a lot of talented producers here, but I feel like there is no home for those producers, and that's something we want the recording studio here to be, to allow, you know, local talent to put music out there. It's a way for the scene to be known outside of Tampa Bay, and just a platform for people to, you know, express themselves.
Okay, that kind of leads me into something next here, and you know, I love that. That's amazing. I don't think there is a home for electronic music here, so this is great to see. It's great to be, but the nitty gritty is, let's say, like, what does it look like for a producer to come to Before and After SoundLab and get that from here? You know, what does that look like?
So for me, I guess there were all of these really great opportunities where we have all these up and coming DJs that, you know, we consider residents and, you know, part of the community of One of Us. And then every once in a while, you'll just get this really cool, like, very large artists that wants to hang out after, or, you know, kind of rap with the kids and like teach them stuff and go play together. And it was always a hassle. You know, we're like, whose house? How are we gonna do this? Let's move the stuff. And then, you know, for someone that wants to record music, I mean, there's a serious gap to like understand Ableton, or even if you're a skilled musician, you know, you can play the keyboard, you could sing, like there's still a gap there. So the way I look at, like, I guess the way I look at artists in Tampa, I break them into two categories. People that are doing it passionately, they just want that out, you know, like they might be a professional but want to go play a gig somewhere because they love music. And then people that are trying to make money, have no other professional, you know, it's the desire to be their main professional income, right? Those are the two ways I look at people that are a part of this. And I'm like, how can we cater to both? Well, if you're trying to be professional and make money off of this and make this your profession, you need to be able to produce, play, and get yourself out there. So at this place, you know, at whatever level you are, in one day you can come write a song, blast out in the podcast room, play it live on a high fidelity sound system that's unmatched, get people's, you know, reactions, understand, the bass sounded different than I thought in that song. Maybe I need to edit it before I start playing it live and release it. And then also make any changes by like looking at the crowd.
Absolutely.
And then also there's a 3-way camera system here where you can do like a live YouTube video. Like, I've never heard of any place in the world where you can do all of that in one day on a professional level with, like, you know, top of the line equipment. So it's really exciting to see how much production is coming out of here. And for me, it's like, you know, a big venue or a big artist could put Tampa on the map, but I'd much rather 20 small artists grow from Tampa with a new sound and really like put some type of like change on the industry and be a cool creative space. So that's what the goal of the SoundLab is.
Okay. So
Can I ask one question?
we love it. Yes.
question?
Yeah, go for it.
So based off of that, if you got the coolest artist here, and that was who would be that artist for you to say like, I have arrived?
Oh man, I could go
Who's-
on all day.
Oh, okay. So give me
Yeah.
top five.
I mean,
Not in the
let's say
specific order.
Jamie XX, Flume, Carl Cox.
You gonna bring them back here? We'll get into that a little later. We'll get into
That's
that
the
a little
afters.
later. But so, what does it look like for a producer or somebody who wants to come and do all of these amazing things and get this experience? What does that look like monetarily for them? And are you setting it a standard high enough for it? Oh, obviously, the sound is great. You know, the experience is great. But is it reasonable for the producers or the starving artists that may be wanting to have this kind of experience? So first off, what does it look like for those people to have a membership here or to do the certain things, you know?
Yeah, understood. So the goal for this venue in particular wasn't to be a monetarily driven business. It was more of like a way to grow our community cheaply, right? So we basically did a scale to help. We basically thought of like what it was going to cost to do the recording studio stuff. You know, we bought, I don't know if you guys know this, we bought Monk from Rabbit in the Moon, which is also a legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
You know, they did the whole St. Pete rave scene and Tampa Bay, and like he's got all these newspaper articles from, you know, Tampa Bay raids and the raves and all of this cool stuff that they've done that we're going to try to do some art here with. He wants to kind of donate it, but we got his 17,000 piece record collection. So all
Is that his entire collection?
All of those, these vinyls played the first Ultra Music Festival that he headlined. Like
Okay.
he took these
Used
to Amsterdam.
travel, used to travel with vinyls and do like EDC stages, just vinyl sets.
Okay.
And a cool thing about that, like 60 or 70% of these records were never digitized. So we're kind of encouraging the members to go spin one, record it, sample it, you know, use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So basically we did what is essential, what's going to make this place special, how much is it going to cost? And then I basically said, how many members can we have to, I guess, easily provide enough time for them to do what they need to do. So we came up with 30 hours, 10 hours in this room, 10 hours in the recording studio, 10 hours in the podcast room. But
A month.
A month. Okay.
Sorry. But realistically, most people are recording with 2 or 3 members. So, you know, if 2 or 3 members are sharing those, now you got 30 hours. 30 hours is a lot in a month to be in the studio. So we've had no members complain. At that level of members, it gives enough room for everyone to do what they need. From there, there's an initiation fee, and I basically took all of the costs that it was going to take to build this place and just split it between the members.
Okay.
But I took the members that would trust in us and the vision and made it cheaper. And then in the middle is an even split. And then the discount I gave to these guys, we put on the latter end for people that are really going to have to see it.
Okay.
And we have a tiered initiation fee. And then outside of that, it's $200 a month for a listener, $300 a month for a player, which is like anybody that's trying to take their career seriously or even just, you know, really enjoys music. That's what the monthly fee is.
So bigger bang for your buck if you're a player, in my opinion, because like I'm going to pay $100 more and I can play unlimited.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of idea here, is that you want to maybe see more active audience as well as players.
Completely, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all thought about it already, but I think there's a piece that's missing when you do decide to take your music career to the next level. Do y'all help them like market the new music that an artist may make or a DJ, or how to get them to the next level so they can practice here and make all the music, but there's an element with marketing and then going to the next level. Do y'all have that kind of service as well?
So we're working with some restaurateurs around in the area. Basically, they're like, hey, we're looking for someone to help us make sure someone's going to play the right vibe, actually bring people in. So now the people that we're helping with their career, we're placing in different restaurants and venues around the world, or around the city. So trying to give them work on top of, growing people to play at one of us. And, really, like, most of the electronic community, in my opinion, from my perspective, I'm pretty open with them. We talk about what we're doing and, like, open to helping them with other electronic promoters and stuff. So, very community based.
I like the idea though. If you have like more, operational advices of what you think a DJ could use, like what type of marketing we can help them with, definitely open to hear more ideas and figure something out.
I mean, you guys are the king of marketing. I mean, let's go a little forward now from before and after, because this venue is amazing. I think that's a great price. Thank you so much for letting us know how you guys are doing that. But you guys have Carl Cox coming up next week, right? So you guys, I mean, I've seen it literally everywhere. Being that my job is online on social media. I mean, I go to Facebook, I see one of us. I go to Instagram, I see one of us. I go to my stories, one of us. So you guys are
Now that
you
you've
guys
been
are doing
saying
it.
this, you're going to see even more one of
I'm
us because your
gonna
phone's listening.
My phone is
Yeah.
listening. So tell us about like you guys' journey. I mean, this is a 5th year anniversary, right?
Yeah.
5 years anniversary. You guys decided to use Carl Cox for that. That's huge, by the way. That's like real
So
big.
afters?
So what got you guys to do Carl Cox? First of all, I mean, I know he's a legend, but and then where are you guys going with picking your future sounds and such for one of us?
I feel like in this caliber of DJs, you're more being chosen that you chose. It's not that we chose Carl Cox. We've been sending his agent offers for a couple of years, but the agent was like, we're not sure if Tampa is ready for something like that. They wanted to see our track record at the new venue, the Motor Enclave. So when we got the call, it was obviously yes. What date you want to play? Okay, we'll accommodate that, and then we worked, reverse engineer from there. But for us, it was, a huge vote of confidence in our brand, in our consistent operations, and yeah, I mean, I don't think can get much bigger than Carl Cox. He's a true legend.
It is. I honestly didn't even think about it like that. They had to vet you guys for the show versus you guys just having to shell out what I assume is the dollars for the show, no matter what. But you got a question?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna say before that. Can you guys give us a little bit of a background on how you guys are even able to get to that position? You guys have a large attendance in shows, but it takes more than that to just be able to book somebody as big as Carl Cox and such. So, and for anybody who wants to ever get to that point in the future, I'm sure they would love to learn from you guys, like the steps you guys took to get up to this process.
I'll let Dor get into detail, but I think our biggest agreement overall, without question, is like not letting down or letting back or letting our customers down on the production, right? Like if it's a close, sales and we're trying to decide whether or not we need the extra lasers or the extra fog machines, like we're gonna take the risk and do the extra lasers and the extra fog machines. The sound's always gonna be perfect. We're gonna make sure that we don't overpack the venue to make more money so the people have a good customer experience. Like I've learned a lot from Dor on that when it comes to restrictions. Like he's so good at reading the room and saying, okay, we could 1350, It's like crazy how accurate he is. And it's always about making sure, hey, is the customer gonna like this, whether it makes financial sense or not? I think that's a big thing, truly, that goes into like making it grow with the customers looking forward to each event.
You got to show up, and you got to be really, really good at what you do, and you got to build these relationships, and you got to listen to these agents and what they need. With Analog, for example, with Carl Cox, like we had to book a lot of the supporting talent until we were able to get an opportunity to book like one of their big DJs. But yeah, you start slow and you build it up, and you show up, and you don't take any shortcuts, not on sound system, not on staff, not on security, not on visuals. Everything's got to be top notch. And once you show the agents that you're doing that consistently, and you're transparent with them, and you communicate every small detail. Like Carl Cox, like every minute of his schedule is like already accounted for, from the second he lands. What does he do? Who's picking him up? Where does he stay? When is he going to go have dinner? Where is he having dinner? What is he doing the day after for fun, for relax for a second? So just, every detail.
So when it comes to like the cost of this type of stuff, I know that, for example, one of my friends, she volunteers, I should say. That's the best way that I could say, for the One of Us events. So she's part of the Insider Club. That it's a group of people that support you guys in your endeavors. How many people is made up of that right now versus the ones that are actually like paid that you have to worry about? And is it more so where you're getting the community involved? Because I know that I don't think she gets like free tickets or anything, but she's like, I think she's considered a promoter at that point because I think she's getting tickets. Azalea, Natty.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure how that works, but I know that there's like a few people that are kind of like that. Yeah, ambassadors. Thank you. That's the word. Thank you. I'm like, I know they're like not volunteers because they're getting something for it. And I guess that's kind of like, how did you get people to say yes to becoming ambassadors? Like, can people still become ambassadors today?
Yeah. I think Nima is here somewhere. Nima started as an ambassador. Now she's the event coordinator for One of Us. But yeah, anyone can be an ambassador. I think there is a link tree on our profile, become an ambassador. But on a big event, we have, I think, about 120 employees on a large-scale event, and there is different departments. So each department, you can come and help in a specific department. And we want people to take initiative, so we support different ideas. If someone wants to create something, we'll invest in it to allow them to do something that is meaningful to them. And I think that's a huge part of being a community-focused event group.
So, because you guys also have vendors at these events too.
Right.
I know. Was that something that was from the ambassadors or the insiders, or was that something that was kind of a vote? How does that whole like business discussion happen to decide to bring in a whole entire art installation or vendor installation? Can you kind of touch on that? Because I know that that's one of those things where you guys only started out as just an event, right? Just a music event, and now you have all these extra things that are be added to it, like moon landing, right? You have the artists, the aerial artists. What are they called?
Aerial dragons.
Yeah,
sometimes,
there you go. Yeah.
AM talent. But I guess it's like trying to visualize what a full experience means. You want to have someone to, first of all, be comfortable. You want the sound to be good, not too loud, not too quiet. You want to feel the bass. You want to be able to go to restrooms and have a clean restrooms without waiting too long. You want to go outside and be able to look at some art and eat something. And you want to have a nice bar with nice selection, whether it's alcoholic or non-alcoholic. So you just go through, and it's been 80-some events. So every time we improve something and add something. So
It does get better every time. I'm not gonna lie. There's always something that is better and better. So you guys are doing great. Yeah.
And I think we called it the Tiki Hut, the first venue that you went to.
Yeah, that's what it was.
If you just think about that, you got this certain amount of space that doesn't allow us to do as much. Now that we're doing larger events at the Enclave, we have so much space that we can fuel and activate these specific areas. So sometimes the activations and additional things have to do with the amount of space that we have. And as we can do larger events and have larger DJs that people want to see, it makes it a lot easier for us to be able to do these really cool activations and these little art areas or interactive art areas. So, you know, as long as we can keep growing the size of the shows, we can continue to put more into the event with more size.
And I will say that it's a team effort. We have a big team. We have a really good team of passionate people. And yeah, we wouldn't be where we at without having a strong team.
Yes.
So what's the largest event that you guys have thrown so far?
I think it's gonna be next week.
That's why I said so far. I think Carl Cox is going to definitely blow it out of the water.
Yeah, I think we're about to sell out. I think probably like tomorrow we'll sell out. So that's going to be definitely in the same level as Black Coffee. Those Mocheck was big too. Sarah Landry was big too. But yeah, we max out on the Motor Enclave. So now we're thinking, okay, the next level, the next step is using maybe some city parks, maybe
Amphitheater.
larger spaces. I don't want to get too much details, but we have big things coming for 2026.
You had mentioned team earlier, like you know, it takes a team to make it successful. And the thing about running a business, it takes a team. What about when y'all butt heads and y'all don't agree on doing something? How do you handle that?
We just take it to the ring and we fight it out.
You joust.
Now, I really want to believe that every idea has natural evolution of an idea. So when you debate an idea, it's important that everyone that is part of the discussion comes without an ego, but you gotta know how to communicate efficiently. And that's something that I think we just do well. Like sometimes we don't agree on stuff, but we make sure to decide one way or another. But we'll never, even if it was the wrong decision to make, we'll never go back and you know, point finger of each other. So, you know, I think I take pride in allowing people that are working with us makes mistakes. You know, I want you to make mistakes. I want you to take some risks. And I will never hold it against you. As long as we keep pushing the envelope forward and we keep innovate, I think that's you know, it's the process. It's not a destination. So that's what we're trying to. That's the culture we're trying to incorporate in One of Us.
What
Is
about
that
you,
is
Justin?
that your culture that you grew up, or is that just the culture that you want to develop here? Because I know that Israel has a very very community. I mean, my dad's from Egypt, and it's like you invite everybody's family. You lay out food, you lay out drinks, then everybody's food, everybody's welcome. And is that kind of like, do you think that came from your roots, or is that kind of just a general collective understanding? Because I know that you two are two different cultures, two different worlds.
Yeah.
Very different.
Very different.
Yeah.
Well, how about you?
Oh, okay. So, I mean, it's really pretty simple. Like, I tell DOR, hey, I really don't agree with this. I say roll with it, and we, you know, evaluate it after it's done to see how we're going to handle it the next time. Like, that's our big disagreeing argument. Like, we really don't argue about stuff at all, and if it is something that's not going to like monetarily hurt us, I'm all about being like, all right, do it if you feel really passionate about it. You're the one putting in the additional effort for this. Mm-hmm. Let's just analyze how it does next time and make the decision whether we should or shouldn't the next round. And it's pretty smooth. I mean,
Have you guys had anything where you guys are like, all right, we fucked up. Let's
yeah.
move. Let's try this again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We had one event that we lost almost 6 figures in one event. We tried to do something that we've never done before, that no one has done before. It was, I guess, our biggest failure yet, but it's not really a failure if they take the lesson out of it. But yeah, we lost a lot of money. And
Can you tell? Please
it's-
tell us.
It was TBAMF, Tampa Bay Music and Art Festival. And we wanted to do something really, really big.
That
in a
didn't
very
actually
short
happen.
time.
Did it actually
It
happen?
did, it did. We had Joseph Capriati, we had Dennis Cruz, we had over 40 vendors and artists. It was a 3-day thing. It was at the factory St. Pete, the good factory before it was taken from us.
Before the pickleball factory.
It's the second venue that we're losing for pickleball. God damn
Oh.
it, pickleball.
We don't like pickleball.
Yeah, so I remember seeing Justin on the second day. He couldn't arrive the first day, but on the second day, he looks me in the eyes and he figures something out already, that something is off. And I told him, Justin, we're gonna lose big on this one. And I actually gave him a challenge. Like I told him, listen, I know you wasn't always a believer in that event. I'm willing to pay all the loss. But he said, no, I'm in it with you.
I love it.
And that was like, I think, our biggest challenge to our relationship.
Yeah.
And since then, we never looked back.
Love it.
Why did it fail? Why do you think it didn't go well?
Well, for one, we tried to provide something for the community to do that Art Basel's too far, too expensive. So it was during Art Basel week. And we realized that that was a bad move. A lot of people go down there that are in the music. A lot of, the people that we would have come play are down there.
Yeah.
And that was the first big step. I don't know how we would work doing an event again if we were the same weekend as Art Basel.
Yeah, and it was also like we only had 4 weeks between Halloween to the actual that TBAMF. So that was one reason. I think also our marketing was too messy because we wanted to offer an experience for the entire family during the day and then something for 21 and up at night. And I think it was hard for people to understand what exactly it is. So definitely we learned a lot from that event. But it's not the first event we lost money in, and it's probably not going to be the last one.
And sadly, I mean, coming to that event was awesome. I mean, I shopped for like an hour, going to all the different vendors, actually bought multiple items. Our vendor base was awesome. Like, it was great for the families to come through during the day. The concerts and sound were great. The artists that were playing were great. Just, it didn't, it's just tough
Wrong
time,
time, wrong place. I get it. It happens. It happens to the best of us. And you guys are the best in the area, so it happens. Just to move a little forward, I know we're a little over our 30 minutes, but you guys have so much going on and so much backstory, Before we let you guys go, you guys have something amazing coming up that you're providing more to the Tampa Bay area, which is a venue. Do you guys want to explain more of that? Let's let you guys tell a little more about that, because that's exciting and what's coming up.
Yeah, so we purchased a building in Tampa Heights. If you guys remember, if you've been in Tampa for over 5 years, you remember it is the old Holland Franklin, which is a 16,000 square feet historical landmark. And we kind of creating few concepts of entertainment, kind of some sort of a entertainment destination. Gonna have a bar, a lounge, a restaurant, and a club. Nothing too big, but in the 300, 350 people capacity.
Nothing too big, huh?
But yeah, and I think SOUNDLAB, we're gonna try to scale this and maybe go to other markets as well with SOUNDLAB. Yeah, but it's gonna be, I hope to open by February.
Okay.
Yeah.
2026. So you guys have the SoundLab, and then down the street you've got a restaurant, bar,
3 concepts.
and a club coming. Goodness gracious, guys!
Are you trying to franchise stuff?
You guys want
trying
to
to
take
do?
over the Tampa Bay? I mean, but honestly, there is nowhere. First of all, what kind of music are you guys going to put up there? Is it going to be EDM house? Is it going to be techno? Is it going to be? Is the concept secret still?
I think it will be something that will surprise a lot of people.
Okay.
But it's not gonna be techno. We're probably gonna have different genres, different days.
Okay.
But something that will take you on a nostalgia tour.
Okay. All right. That's a good one.
Like
That's a
Blink
good one.
182 style?
We gonna
I'm
have,
thinking
you guys opening a
nostalgia,
rock
yeah.
club out there? Oasis?
Maybe
and
Linkin Park.
Nirvana?
Yeah.
No,
Nirvana,
that's
there you
cool.
go.
That's pretty cool. I guess you guys want to keep it under wraps for now, which is cool. I'm excited. Is there a name for all of these?
Yeah, so the sports bar restaurant is going to call Hail Mary, and then Hail Mary has a Mary's Lounge too. The restaurant with the speakeasy is going to call Uno Mas, and then you can go into like the secret entrance, and then we have the Uno Mas Lounge, which is like tequila and mezcal inspired menu, and the retro club is going to call Boogie Heights.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of a play on the Boogie
Boogie.
Nights.
Okay.
The Tampa
Boogie.
Heights.
I love it.
Like
I
a little
love
blues boogie.
it. Justin, are you involved in this one as well?
Disco
Yeah.
boogie.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. So, guys, I mean, do we have any questions before we let them go? Do we have any questions from anybody here for the Sound Lab or for one of us events or anything like that? No? 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 Maybe? You do? Okay, hold on. I'll come over to you.
Just curious, who was like the hardest DJ to book? If not Carl Cox, like a tough DJ booking story.
Hardest to get, like hardest to
Yeah.
actually acquire. I think Black Coffee was definitely the most demanding one. He wants to know everything, like, from the screen, the visuals, the sound system. So definitely came with challenges, and it was a really first A-list DJ, in that caliber that we had. But we had some crazy DJs that were difficult for other reasons. But yeah, I think Black Coffee was probably a big achievement.
Very cool. I can imagine Black Coffee is top, so he's going to want
Do you
like...
see the garb that guy wears? He's definitely a little high maintenance.
Top for sure.
Yeah,
We
he's
got another
extra.
question back here, yeah? Oh, we got a question online?
We have a question online. This is from Kristen. You guys kind of went into this a little bit, but she wants to know what goes into your thought process in finding a venue for your next show.
So, first would be sound ordinances. Can we comply without bothering people? If it's going to be outside, how many residents are around there? So I'd say that's the first most important portion.
Tampa's really big into the sound ordinances, especially like
Tampa and
Ybor
St. Pete,
area.
both of them, yeah.
Yeah.
It's getting worse.
It's
way
getting
worse.
way worse. Like
Way,
it's
way worse.
constant battles.
Yeah. So then size, and then safety. The ability for people to get there safely in and out. And then the vibe comes into play. I mean, we'll definitely curate the vibe. If it's not great, we'll make it amazing. It needs to be a place that can be curated, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think venue shopping is what I spend a lot of time on. It used to be harder. We used to have to like jump through hoops to convince, museum, like the Museum of Science and Industry. So we used to get a lot of no's, but I always told Justin, if they don't want us through the front door, we'll come through the back door. If they don't want us through the back door, we'll come through the window. And if they don't want us through the window, we'll make a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
But we don't say, like, we don't accept no's as an answer. We'll keep looking for
It's
new
not right
and
now.
creative venues. Yeah.
He's worked on a venue for over 3 years before getting it.
What's your guys' day job?
Right now, I'm one of us full time. One of us in the new project.
Didn't you do commercial real estate for a while?
I'm still doing it.
Okay.
It used to be my main job, and then the event's my secondary job. But now I remember the moment we made that decision, I told Justin, I'm gonna make this a full time, and
Is that when it kind of changed for you? Is when you made this your main focus?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I feel like that happens for a lot of people.
It's also going from hundreds of thousands of dollars in income to basically making no money. But that's the cost of building something like that. Yeah, I think one of us haven't made a profit for the first 4 years. Yeah, and we put hundreds of thousands, millions by now in risk. But that's the cost. If someone is asking how to get to where you want, you got to put everything on the line. And
Were you a contractor?
Yeah.
You said you were a contractor. Is that still your day job or is this your full time?
So I do real estate development. We do boutique, ocean view, housing developments in Costa Rica. And then I have a debt settlement company here that has a really good core management team that runs day to day where can be like somewhat hands off. And then I do private lending. So real estate and then something the opposite of real estate.
You're a pilot too, right?
Yes, correct.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We have some pretty cool actual like DJs playing in the plane when
That's
we're going
cool.
places.
Did you build and design this?
Yes, so I basically, what I do with any project is I find stuff or draw it and then take it to people that I know that are really good. So a guy named Brian Nichols with Etch Bros, I brought him this idea and he took it up a notch. Like I was like, hey, I want this lit up like this. And then he comes to me, he's like, not only can I light it up, but I can make each one of these boxes controllable. So,
Wait, what?
yeah, so I should find this keyboard. Where's the keyboard?
Oh, what?
So I can literally, because of his technology, you can make it say like happy birthday. So
That's sick. That's so sick. So do you have like on-staff audio-visual people for this location?
somewhat. So here's
Okay.
like another one.
Okay. Let's get some spooky themes going. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, that looks like a record. Like it's going around in a circle. Nice.
Yeah. So,
Vibes. Can
like,
you rent this space?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, that's just it. Yes, you can. For the right price, you can rent this space.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
And
if
we
they
want
wanted
people to.
if somebody
we want
want-
people to, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if somebody wanted to rent this space, how would we get in contact with you all?
Through the Instagram page, or we have a number if you want. I'll give you the phone number.
Okay, let's get that phone number because I'm sure there's going to be people. Y'all don't even know what we're looking at here. Okay, I know you can't see us on the other side of the screen, or on the other side of the cameras, but it has some nice lounge areas.
Yeah,
We
it's a
talked
really
about
dope
potentially adding some food options.
And a bidet.
BYOB, right? Is this
And a
BYOB?
bidet.
Okay. Would you say Canna-Bay?
And
Oh, and a bidet. I thought you said Canna-Bay. I was like, what's Canna-Bay? Something else.
Okay, so
That's
it's
the weed place.
It's 813-245-2164.
yeah, so if you're
Okay.
looking to rent a place, call that number. Last, real quick, any advice for somebody trying to start events, host events? There's a lot of collectives out here, a lot of groups out here. What's your number one advice for people trying to do something like you?
Find a niche.
Nice.
Find something really special that's, different somehow. Whatever that is, whether
Do
it's...
the weird thing.
Yeah.
And put in $1 million. So, no, but
find a community. I would say don't try to do a successful event. Try to connect to something that is bigger and deeper. Bring people together and focus on that aspect, on the people, not the specific event.
I love it. I love it, man. Guys, thank you so much for having. Let's give a big round of applause for DOR and
you.
Justin.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, this was an amazing interview, guys. Thank you so much. We learned
Thank
a
you.
lot about before and after SoundLab. We learned a lot about one of us, especially the two guys pushing it forward. And we learned about Maria and all the shit she's about to bring to the Tampa area. So we're excited for all of this. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for my team. Thank you, everyone. Choose kindness. Love you all.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.